a dinner party 6 days after they move into a new house in a different state. Who does that? Who? Who does that? When I was planning the trip from Central Oregon down to my new place in the foothills, Gold Country of California, I was remembering all the fun times that I've had in this area. And my daughter, Heather, is also really familiar with this area and absolutely loves it. So one thing that they do here in the Nevada City Grass Valley area is they have something called Victorian Christmas. And Victorian Christmas is, oh, it's just lovely. They close off a main street in Nevada City, and it's filled with vendors and people roasting chestnuts and carolers and people in period costumes. It's a real holiday festive event. And I used to come up for Victorian Christmas with my girlfriends. We would come on Wednesday night. They have it on Wednesday night and Sunday afternoons. And my girlfriends and I, we would come up. It'd be freezing cold, sometimes snow on the ground. And we'd do Victorian Christmas, and we'd walk around to all the different places, and there's vendors on the streets, and it just was so fun. And then we'd end the evening with dinner at Sereno's. What I proposed to Heather when I was kind of planning the move is, why don't you and Ryan, her husband Ryan, come up for Victorian Christmas in December, and I will get you an Airbnb or a room, and we'll do some fun things. We'll have some great meals and that sort of thing. So it was a way to get them a wonderful Christmas gift and also be able to see them. And Heather loves this area. She just loves this area and was really excited about it. So there's different dates for Victorian Christmas throughout the month. It's every Wednesday and every Sunday. Well, the Sunday they picked, because of Ryan's schedule, he's with CAL FIRE. The date they picked was 6 days after I was planning on moving into my place. And so it was wonderful that they could come up, and I was very excited about it. Here's Lucy. Well, no, she's gonna go lay down over there, I guess. So I was very, very excited about it, but I looked at my calendar and I realized, oh my gosh, they're going to be coming up 6 days after I finally move in. And I wanted to have them over because I just felt it would be weird for them to come to this area and not have them over. You know, when you have someone to your house, it's kind of that grounding thing, or that putting things into context, because now you know where they live and you've been in their house and you've had some time in a moment in a fun evening, that sort of thing. So I suggested to them, I said, why don't you guys come for dinner? And we worked it out. Well, that put me in the position where I had to get this place ready lickety-split. And I'll tell you what, it was a project. It was a project. It's behind me now because the dinner party was last night. It was wonderful. We had a great time. The food turned out great. The house was great. We had fun conversation. Everything went really well, but leading up to it, oh my gosh, it was day after day after day of madly unpacking and decorating and styling. And my motto during the whole week was just keep moving, just keep moving, just keep moving, because I was so very tired from all the packing up in Oregon, having already made a couple of trips down here in the weeks prior to leaving, then finally leaving and doing the drive and getting here and having boxes delivered. It was kind of crazy and nuts. The bottom line is that everything worked out great. The dinner party here was just so nice and cozy and comfortable. The food turned out really good, thanks to a lot of really wonderful shops here in the area. We're gonna do a little flashback, take a look at me getting ready for this whole week and the wonderful weekend with my daughter Heather, her husband Ryan, and I get to enjoy them all weekend long. Oh, and spoiler alert, I did find my hair dryer. Oh, hey, listen, I'm looking for my estrogen. Have you seen it? I swear it was here a couple decades ago. One thing I learned pretty quick into my skincare journey is as we age, our estrogen hits the streets. We end up with a very, very small fraction of the estrogen we had when we were in our 20s and 30s when we get into our 50s, 60s, and beyond. I'm 69 years old. And so the amount of estrogen I have in my body, coursing through my body right now, is really, really small because it just ends up fading away over time. How that impacts our skin is a loss of collagen and elastin production. When estrogen face cream kind of became a thing, I thought, oh, I get it. I want it. But how do I do it? Do I go to the drugstore and get some vajayjay cream and put it on my face? That didn't seem like a very good plan. And I'm not a go to the doctor kind of gal. So it wasn't as though I could call up my doctor and say, hey, I want some estrogen cream for my face. First of all, what am I going to get? And second of all, do they even know anything about aging skin? I don't know. Maybe not. Well, along came Alloy, and Alloy is the sponsor of today's video, and I am so pleased to be working with them again because they have made the process of getting estrogen back into your skin so very easy. And that's the word that I really want to stress is easy. I don't like fussy. You guys know I don't like fussy. Alloy has come in. They have made the process so very smooth and so very easy. Their estrogen cream is made with estriol. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'm not really sure. This is a version of estrogen that stays topically on your skin. I've been using this formulation, gosh, I think for about 4 or 5 months now. Absolutely love it. No irritation. It's not the kind of thing that you have to ease into or do it every 2 or 3 nights. I just started in with a little pump, just like this, and I just dot it around my face and rub it in. And that's as easy as it is. The formulation from Alloy has been clinically proven to improve collagen, hydration, and elastin production, which I'm all for because that's what gives you that fresher, more bouncy looking skin that we love to have. This is a prescription formulation, and Alloy connects you with one of their online physicians. You just hop onto the website, fill out a little form, some information, and boom, you're on your way. It really is so easy, and that's what I love about it. I can get a formula that is effective and clinically proven. I'm working with a physician in my treatment program. It's super, super easy and super, super effective. If you've been looking for an estrogen face cream and you haven't been successful in finding one that you love or finding one at all, I can highly recommend Alloy. It has been nothing but wonderfully easy. Did I say easy? I want to stress easy. I do have a discount code. It'll be listed in the description box down below. Super easy to get started, and I think you're going to love it. I really need to wash my hair, and I have no idea where my hairdryer is. So let's hang a lamp instead. Hooray. Now maybe my hair dryer will show up. I went to the store and got a hair dryer. I still have not found my hair dryer. I did go in my pajama top with a sweatshirt over it, but I did brush my teeth and put on a bra because I'm not an animal. And look what showed up while I was gone. More boxes. I had all the boxes in the front room emptied out. So now I gotta eat some lunch and do that stuff. Oh, this is the Revlon One Step hair dryer. I actually used this for a couple of years and I really liked it. Then I tried the T3. I think it's called the T3. It has different attachments and more functionality. This is just fine though, unless you want to really rock on with something a little pricier. But you know, the price of this has gone up too. I'm glad that I found it because I really need to wash my hair. So the bedroom's starting to come together at long last. And I alluded to the bedroom drama a couple of videos ago. If you haven't seen the videos of how I ended up moving and the moving in and that sort of thing, they're kind of fun. You might want to go watch them if you haven't seen them. It'll give you a catch up to where we're at today. Anywho, I had decided to put a twin bed in this room because it's so small. I mean, it's really so small. It actually has a built-in queen Murphy bed, but the Murphy bed takes up the entire room. You literally can hardly walk around the edges. And when I first rented the place, I asked the owners if they could remove the Murphy bed, and they said no. And I get it because it's bolted to the wall and it's big, and they would move it out and then just have to move it back in perhaps after I leave. So I get it. So I thought, what can I do to work around that? And I thought, you know, I will order a twin bed and I'll just put the Murphy bed up and sleep in the twin bed so I have at least a little bit of space. One of the things I want to do is I want to put my rebounder in here because I love my rebounder. And with that big bed, I would not have the space, and you can't fit the rebounder underneath that bed. So it's going to leave some space here for my rebounder, which I'll just put up against the wall. And I'm not using it, not cute, but functional, very functional. So I had decided on a twin bed, and I went ahead and ordered the twin bed a few weeks ago because I wanted to have it here when I came down the first time to sort of set the place up before I closed down the Oregon house. So I ordered it, and guess what? They sent it. Only they sent it to the Oregon house. And I was here in Grass Valley setting up this house. So I got on the support line with them, and they're always very nice. You know, they have a good script. They calm me down, that sort of thing. And not that I was upset because I wasn't. It was just, you know, you guys sent it to the wrong address. And they very, very kindly resent the frame and the mattress to my old address in Oregon for the second time. So I ended up not getting this bed set up in advance of me moving in because both of them were sitting on my front porch up in Oregon. So when I went up to Oregon last time, I drove up and my whole porch was covered in 2 bed frames and 2 mattresses and a whole bunch of other stuff that I had ordered and sent to this address, but they sent it there. So anywho, I ended up mailing the mattress down. They refunded my money, so, you know, I was fine shipping it and paying for the shipping. Let me tell you what, I've had this bed set up for a few days now. It is so stinking comfortable. It is like the coziest little cocoon bed. I absolutely love it. I think part of it is the mattress, which I just got off of Amazon. It was one of those that comes all wrapped up and then you unwrap it and it fills up with air. They have changed the materials for this type of mattress so there's no off-gassing. They don't have that toxic smell anymore. And I was just able to, you know, have it inflate here in the room. And it is divine. It is absolutely divine. But one of the things that I've added, and it's an ongoing issue with this particular place because it is older, and this unit is, I'm pretty sure, made of block, like cinder block. You could hang meat in here. It is so cold. It is so cold, and it's something that I have to work on because it's freezing in here. And what happens is overnight, the cinder blocks kind of release the heat from the day, and then during the day, it releases the coldness from the night. I learned that when I lived in Italy. You know, it's how rocks hold temperature. It is so cold in here, and I run the mini split all the time, and it's still pretty cold in here. But one thing I did for the bed, which makes it absolutely lovely, let me show you. I ordered this big old heating pad. It's huge. And what I do is I slip it underneath the covers about a half an hour before I'm going to go to bed. And then when I come to bed, I turn it off and just fold it up and put it back here and crawl into bed, and my bed is so toasty warm. It's so yummy. It really is. Now the bed frame is specific. It is 15 inches off the ground, and I did that on purpose so I'd have storage underneath there, and it's already working out. I've got my solar panels for my jackery because, you know, when the lights go out I want to be able to have power, and my 2 kayak seats are underneath there right now, and I still have a whole lot of space. Everything is looking pretty good. Here's one dilemma, and you guys can help me with this. This Murphy bed has these 2 handles up here, which, you know, you pull to bring the bed down. I don't know what I can do to address that. I've been thinking of different little things to cover it up, or I don't know if I should just ignore it and hang some like family photos around it and just pretend like it's not there. If you have any good ideas, let me know. The one that I came up with is my grandmother stitched one of those quilts along, you know, gosh, it's been decades now, that has the little round circles on them. What are those called? Somebody here knows, but they're like, they look like little top hats and they're all stitched together. I have one of those, and my daughter just gave it to me. She was holding on to it, and I thought I could actually hang a rod from the ceiling and drape that kind of quilt over it, and that would cover these up. So let me know your thoughts about that. That could be fun. I have hung up some art. This one right here, I actually thrifted this. This was in the Oregon house in my bedroom. I love it. It's swans, it's oil pastel, it's an original, it's gorgeous. And then this one right here, my daughter painted, Heather. She's the editor of this video. Say hi to Heather, everyone. She painted this. I love, love, love that painting. It's so moody and so beautiful, and I really like it there. And then you can see up here, I have some decor items. This is not done. That's a photo of Heather. And then over here on the nightstand, right there, that's my daughter, Grace. So what are we doing in here? Here's the thing I want to address today, and I've got this idea. I don't know if it's going to work, you guys. We'll just see. So you can see on either side of the Murphy bed is this little area that is open. And what I've decided to do is use it as storage. So I have some boxes right here. You know, I'm just putting things out of sight right now, and I'll do the final organizing and unpacking after the kids leave and we have all our fun, and I've got lots and lots of time. So I've got boxes here, and I have boxes behind there, and probably going to stack more boxes up. And what I thought I would do, and I don't know if this is going to work, you guys, but we're going to see, is I bought these 2 tension rods and some curtains, and I thought I could put curtains up over the top of either one of those and hide the storage. So that's my thought. We're going to work on it this morning. I don't know if it's going to work. I don't even know if it's a good idea. What do you guys think? So anyway, I'm going to give it a try. Wish me luck. So these little curtains I ordered, I think the length is going to be just fine. I'm not sure about the width. It's a set of 2, and I think they're 52 inches wide. At least it said a set of 2, but there's only 1 in here. Okay, all right. You know what I think I'm going to do? I think I'm going to cut this in half and put 1 on each side. So I'm going to go work on that. I'll be right back. That was actually super easy because there was a crease right down the middle of the curtains for shipping. So let's see. What do you think? I think that looks pretty good. I think that worked. It's a little short. Let me just move it down a little bit. All right, I think that's gonna work. Let me go ahead and do the other one. Okay, here's both up, and you can see they're different heights. I don't mind that a bit. I really don't. I think it really kind of finished off the room a little bit. If you were in here, you would say it's small, but it's cute. It's really cute. I'm thinking that I'm gonna get a little chair for right over there next to the nightstand. I have a bench for the end of the bed. I just can't find the hardware for it. So as soon as that shows up, I'm gonna put it together. So what do you guys think? I think it's looking pretty doggone cute in here, particularly compared to what it was. It's definitely cozy and comfortable in that bed. Oh, I'm telling you what, that is a treat. Next up is cleaning the disaster that is my bathroom. I just have thrown things on the counter here. I do have a whole lot of boxes of skincare and makeup, you know, from my channel. I get sent a lot of products to test and try. They're over, you know, still in boxes. I'm not going to deal with them until after the kids are gone. But this counter needs to be improved, and I thought this was the perfect time to do it. This is a little space heater I bought for the bedroom because the little mini split that's in the great room, the only other room, is not drafting into the bedroom. So I put this on generally midday because by then the blocks are releasing that really cold air, and it kind of takes the chill off the bedroom for when I go to bed at night. This little cup, I love picking up these little ceramic pieces when I'm in different places. Isn't that cute? I've had this forever. I'm pretty sure this is from Whitefish, Montana. But years ago, my daughter, Heather, I think it was for Mother's Day, she made all these little kind of like little fortunes of things she likes about me. Yeah. So it says, oh, this was when we went to Japan. She says, things I love, spending 3 weeks in Japan. We had the best time. My brother lives in Tokyo. We went, and oh my gosh, they just treated us to the best trip ever. So anywho, I have all these little fortunes that my daughter gave me that say nice things. I've been carrying them around for years. These products were sent to me. You know, I get products sent to me by different companies, and it's a hair care brand called Chris McMillan. Now, I don't know anything about the company, so this is not an endorsement in any way. I just want to bring up a point. So I had taken them out of the packaging, and I thought, you know what, I will try them, even though I've been using Haielle for years, and I love Haielle with a capital L. It's really so good. And I thought, you know, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a try just to see. And then I washed my hair, finally, and I was getting ready to put styling stuff on, and I thought, I'm gonna use that. And I stopped myself because I don't know what's in this. I don't know if they have a clean ingredient philosophy. I don't know anything about the company. And the reason I wanna bring that up is that area, the skin on your head, keep in mind that's a very absorption rich part of your body. And anything you put up there is going to soak through every inch of you in a big way. So I stopped before I used this. I'm not saying that they don't have good ingredients. I don't know. I'm going to look it up before I use these. But I want to encourage you in a really loving way to be very, very aware of what you're putting on your skin, particularly on your head, but anywhere on your body. Because if it's got toxic stuff that's not good for you, that's going to be absorbed all through your system and not give you the best effect. So just a little FYI, something to think about. I think one of the things I'm going to do in the bathroom is I'm going to remove that towel rod. I don't like them. I like to hang my towels up on a hook because that just seems like a waste of space for me. So I'm going to remove that and I'm going to bring that mirror down. And I ordered a suction cup lighted magnifying makeup mirror, and I'm going to suction cup it to that larger mirror so I can just do my makeup here. But I want that mirror lower so it's easier to work with, and also I can have a little view of the upper half of me when I look into the bathroom. That's definitely on my to-do list. My girlfriend Jackie, she lives in Wyoming on like 20 acres and has chickens in a garden and everything. She's kind of my little hero. She makes these chakra spinners. Isn't that pretty? I'm going to put this up somewhere. I think I'm going to put it in the house. So maybe somewhere in the front room, or I don't know. I thought it was really cute. Right? All the different beads and stuff. Isn't that nice? So, as I mentioned, there's a dinner party at my house in a couple days. It's Heather, my daughter Heather, her husband Ryan, and then Ryan's mother Cherie, which I'm so excited. I haven't seen Cherie, gosh, I think in maybe a year or something, back when I was living in Florida. So for dinner, I am doing an arugula salad with shaved Parmesan, tossed in a lemon and olive oil and a little bit of garlic vinaigrette. And then the main course, I'm just doing a stew, a beef stew with mushrooms and red wine. It's going to be really yummy. I'm going to make that the day before so it has time to develop the flavors. And then with the stew, I'm going to pick up some sourdough bread that's made here locally at a little shop. We'll go in there and I'll show it to you. Gets rave reviews. I haven't tried it yet, but you know, they make it fresh there. And then for dessert, I'm going to pick up a dessert instead of making something because I've got a little bit on my plate. I'm going to go by a bakery, a local bakery called Cake, and it is so beautiful. I've had a couple of treats there just in my little visits, you know, when I was coming to sort of get the house together. It's wonderful. I don't know what they're going to have as far as full desserts to buy. I might end up just getting 4 little pieces or something, but let's go shopping for the really good gourmet stuff here locally. Look, you guys, there's a leather and shoe repairing shop. How long has it been since you've seen one of those? Look, it's in the little basement at this business complex, and you can see it down in here through the window. How cool is that? I love that. Thank you.
Once I must see a stranger. Yeah.
Tour?
Yes.
So here's the dining room.
Beautiful.
Kitchen.
Lovely.
And then this is the living room.
It reminds me of our place. And depending on how big your closet is, it might be bigger.
Okay, so let me show you the bedroom.